Hello my friends, I hope you all are doing well. For this week's video, I wanted to take you through the process of this digital painting. I have been doing a ton of traditional artwork lately. Some of it I have recorded to share with you later and some of it I haven't. But this was one of the pieces, more detailed pieces I did digitally before I started that, so I thought I would take you through it. I did this again in Procreate on my iPad Pro with with an Apple Pencil. And I started off with a blue sketch, and I was using one of the coarse pencils. I believe it was the 6B. I like to use that sketchy one a lot in my early stages. And then I started obviously blocking in some colors. For this picture, I was kind of inspired by a Hindu epic tale of Rama and Sita. And Sita is a beautiful princess who was banished into the forest. And so that's kind of where I got the idea at first. So I was thinking kind of the banishment and how you would feel if you were stuck in the forest. And so to me, she looks very pensive and kind of sad. And I think this year's been hard on a lot of us, and especially for me lately, I've been really struggling with a variety of things, and I feel like I kind of projected some of those thoughts and emotions on her. I didn't really have anything else about the story that kind of fit her, so she kind of became her own thing. I just thought she looked very thoughtful, and I liked the golden glow of her skin. I didn't use a photo reference, which I kind of regretted. I always think that is a good idea to get good, solid, accurate anatomy, and I relied a little bit too heavy on my memory and imagination to do her anatomy, so hopefully it's not terribly off. I also thought she ended up looking a little bit like the young actress Zendaya, even though that was not my intention whatsoever. And I really love animals of all sorts, and I think snails are interesting creatures, so I have one kind of climbing on her here, and she still doesn't even seem like she can be bothered by it. She just doesn't seem to really affect her, and she's just lost in her own mind. Another thing I really like to play with as far as digital art, well, digital art makes it a little easier than maybe doing it traditionally, is playing with shallow depth of field, something that you can easily achieve in photography and with digital art. So you can see here in this picture, the only parts really in focus are where she's at, and the background and the very front foreground end up being a little bit blurred, so you really focus on her and the snail. And you may have seen some bats just flash before your eyes. Yes, those were bats. I made a brush in Procreate, and I don't think I had it swapped over when I went back to work on this piece, and ended up with a bunch of bats on her for just a minute there. Overall, I was relatively happy with how she turned out, which for me is like really good because I tend to be pretty hard on myself, and I have a problem sometimes with like actually finishing things because I just keep tweaking them. So I just have to decide on a point where I'm okay with that and walk away. So yeah, I think that's one of the harder things about doing art, knowing when a piece is finished, because I think the tendency for a lot of people, myself included, is to either stop too early or really just overwork a piece and potentially ruin it. The myth of perfection is a treacherous one, and yeah, I hope that you don't get stuck in that area, because it is a unrealistic expectation. And what is perfection anyways? Because that is totally a subjective opinion and very hard to actually achieve. At the time of this recording, which is October 10th, it is actually World Mental Health Day. And I really sincerely hope that you all are doing well and seeking any help that you may need if necessary. This has been a very difficult year for everybody, really. And it's not just based on the sickness that shall not be named, because I think, or I've heard, that YouTube doesn't like it. So, well, none of us like it. So anyways, besides that, there's been a lot going on globally and personally for everybody, and I just hope that you're dealing with it well. I've had such a hard time lately, and I just gotta say, keep on trucking. We'll get through it together somehow, and hopefully come out on the other end stronger and hopefully more loving towards each other, because it is so ridiculous, some of the things that are going on these days. Anyways, that's about it, guys. This painting is just about done, so I'll leave you here. Take care of yourselves and each other, mask up, vote if you can, and create some lovely art.